go, y'all. All right, y'all, this is our take. This is Marc, the moderator.
Leaf is only family, Brooklyn forever.
Yo, Avery, the process out to Strong Island, Roosevelt, New York.
Bundy, the young guard, East Flatbush, holla at me.
All right, y'all. So what I'm going to ask the panel is a question, and what I'm going to come at is I want to ask about Isiah Thomas. So, you know, the Zeke Isiah Thomas. Why is it that Zeke seems not to get the love that other players have gotten around his era for the accolades which right, he has gotten? Why it seems like his recognition is a lot less than it really should be?
Okay, so how Biggie said that line, your rain on the top was shorter than leprechauns. Yeah, the Pistons had a chance to really cement their legacy. And to me, I think they needed that three-peat, right? So they were stuck between those series with the Lakers and the Celtics. Then they finally beat the Celtics, where they should have got a lot of props for. They beat the Lakers with Kareem and Magic. They went to, what was it, 5 straight Eastern Conference Finals? Or something like that, right? So they lose 3 straight. They win 2, and then that chance where they could have really like etched their name in history forever, they lost to Mike. So Isiah was stuck between Larry and Magic. He's right behind them, and then when he looks in his rear view, there's Michael Jordan right behind him. You feel what I'm saying? So even when he took those dudes down, Mike took that mantle and ran with it, and then people just forget everything that Isiah Thomas and the Pistons did. I think another thing is the way they play basketball, people want to act like it never happened. So the NBA is so soft today, they don't want to speak about that bad boy era and give them glory, right? So I think if the game was played that way today, you would have to give the Pistons props, because that's how they brought that toughness to basketball. And I think the NBA really just wanted to get rid of that whole style. So if you get rid of the Pistons, you get rid of Isiah. For some reason, I don't know why he's not brought up, but I think if he gets those 3 chips, it's a whole different story.
Bundy?
I think, honestly, I agree with Leaf, because he took basically a lot of what I was going to say. You had basically Magic and Bird going on majority of the 80s, and I believe Isiah wins in, what, 89?
89 and 90.
And
91,
90,
something like that.
They two-peat. No, it's 89 and 90, because Jordan's first one comes in 91. So with that, not only, like, does he get caught up in the hype, like, Jordan's already bred while losing, like we talked about in the last segment. Like, Jordan's bred while losing. He's the face of the NBA while losing. It's like when LeBron doesn't win the ring, he's still the most talked about thing in the NBA. You get what I'm saying? So it's like with Isiah, he sort of, like Leaf said, he got caught in the middle of that sandwich. It's like when you look at an Oreo, you don't really look at that cream filling. It's the 2 chocolate pieces on the outside that you see. You feel me? I'm just being honest. It's the 2 chocolate pieces on the outside that you see.
Great description.
Like, that's the part that.
Great description.
Yo, that everything else is forgotten. Like Isiah, but the thing with Isiah, the one thing that does keep him alive is he's the pioneer to a lot of what we see from our guards today.
Agreed.
That's the one thing that we're able to say keeps Isiah alive. He is the pioneer to the Steph Currys, the Kyrie Irvings, Allen Iverson. AI. Agreed. Yeah.
Yo, I think
but just the fact that he got caught between Bird and Magic and then MJ.
Superstar, man. He got caught between superstars.
I think you're missing the boat. Yo, the problem with Isiah is he was the only player in that era that didn't kiss Mike's ass. And yo, he was the one that caught Mike out. That's why he was kept out of the Olympic team. That's why all that angst that the media went at him for, everything which he did, it got called out the moment that he challenged Mike. And that was the biggest problem, is that he had the balls to go up against the great Michael Jordan. When other players bowed down there to Jordan and Jordan ruled, Isiah Thomas was the only player at that time that stood toe-to-toe with him. And
I think him not being on the Olympic team is another thing. Besides not winning the 3rd chip, him not being on that Olympic team hurt him too. Because
him not making it, but Christian Laettner.
No, don't say Christian Laettner. Him not making it, Scottie Pippen did. But we've seen what the Olympics did for guys like Barkley, where their personality was able to shine, and now you can become a superstar type of dude. Avery.
Okay, so let me say this. Firstly, what we're talking about here is Mark, you bring up the back office politics. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it is. Like, you know, Isiah is
they don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, because if I think about it, like that whole thing that happened with the Olympic team, like I didn't know that until later on down the line. You just was like, where's Isiah at? You know what I'm saying? So I think, yeah, what happens is that the bad boys in themselves were not a likable team. They weren't squeaky clean. They weren't, it wasn't sexy by any means.
Hold on. Excuse me, Avery, that's not actually true. If you remember the bad boy era, they was loved.
They were loved. They were loved.
It was the moment that they disrespected Mike by not shaking his hand going off that
at the end.
Changed around.
But where I wanted to go with it, I think why Isiah kind of gets lost in the sauce is because you got to realize, especially, I always say, like, with all due respect, Bundy, this generation don't have a sense of history. You know what I'm saying? Like, in my opinion. So what happens is the game has totally changed. It's morphed into this finesse. It's morphed into you can't hand check dudes. You breathe on a dude and it's a technical foul. I think Isiah played, and it kind of goes back to what I was saying about Barkley, why I thought Barkley was so great. Isiah played when it was rough. For a little dude to be able to do what he did, it's kind of like unfathomable now. Because we always say, yo, can Steph play in that era? Can a lot of these dudes play in that era, right? So now I think what happens is Isiah, because he played in the mud, and then on top of that, he played against Mike and all of them. A real basketball connoisseur knows Isiah Thomas. You ask the average basketball dude when they talk about guards, Isiah's name ain't the first name you talking about.
Agreed.
Avery, hold on, but let's just keep it. If you think about it, in 1998, they had released the top 10 point guards in the NBA up until that time. Isiah Thomas was ranked number 8 or I think 9 at that time. He wasn't getting love even then. So it's not Bundy's era alone. It's just the fact that hate towards him had
it
started.
Could be that. It could be that too. But just let me just say this. Let me add on. Remember what the athlete now encompasses. Now that you have, Mike, the reason why Mike was so great was of his impact on society as a whole, his global impact. Isiah never. But follow me. Why is this man behind me, Allen Iverson, so great? Because how he morphed the look of the NBA also. Isiah was strictly, for the most part, on the court. I'm about
I agree with that.
I'm coming at your head, and that's what I don't care about my sneaker deal. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I said earlier Isiah was trapped between 3 superstars. Larry and Magic were superstars. Mike behind him was superstars. Isiah is a superstar on the court. But outside, if you're not like a real basketball head, you don't view Isiah Thomas as a superstar.
That's what I'm saying.
I think that's part of the problem too. But Mark, you were definitely right with what you're saying. Like, so let me ask you a question. Was it Mike's first All-Star game where the story is Isiah told everybody don't give Mike the ball?
That was his first All-Star game, and he was doing that orchestrated to freeze him out, and Mike got in. I think it was either Barkley or somebody else went back to him and told him that he was being froze out. And from that point, he had issues with Isiah Thomas. And they
that's some sucker shit, though. That's some sucker shit.
That is.
Hold on, leave. Think about something, though. Isaiah's the vet at that time, okay? It's him and basically Magic and a Bird. It was those three was the faces of the league. Mike was just coming in, just like you were saying. He's just coming in. He was the
rookie.
That was
his rookie year? His rookie year?
Was it his rookie or his second year?
No, his second year. It was his rookie year. His second year he got hurt,
Rookie year. That's his rookie year. And, the mantle wasn't passed to him. Money, you got to just like the rookie got to, buy the coffee. He has to get the donuts. You had to go through that hazing. Right. And Isiah was doing it the way he was taught.
But Mark, an all-star game, though?
Don't give him the ball.
No, but
that's
listen,
whack.
Those are some rough
days,
man.
Maybe that was Jordan's reason for phasing him out the Dream Team.
It was, Bundy.
You got me for an All-Star game. I got you for a whole Olympics. guy.
Yo, Avery, it's not yo Bundy. They said when they was doing the Olympics, Mike said if Isiah Thomas is on that team, I'm not playing.
I know I'm not playing. And then Scottie Pippen came in and was like, me either.
Bundy, don't mention that guy's name with these dudes, man.
Yo, man, I just thought that was pretty funny, though, man. Isaiah's reaction to hearing that Scottie told him he can't be on the team was pretty funny.
Yeah, he started laughing. He was like, "You?"
It's hilarious. It's hilarious. But let's say it though. Even when he was with the Knicks and he ruined the Knicks, it's like, yo, the Fury went at him like crazy, kid. It was like, yo, he wasn't light. But I think it's
now you know what though. You know, I think Isiah Thomas is like more now than he was before.
Because he's been out of the limelight.
Yeah, he's out of the limelight, and you get to see that personality on like open court or when he's on TNT and stuff like that. You get to know the person and stuff like that. So I think he's like more.
I agree.
I
getting
gotta
to know him.
Yeah. I gotta say that. Yeah, I think that there's more of a respect for Isiah as you hear him articulate the game now. Looking back, and they like, yo, this dude was incredible. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what's so crazy though? That they get no.
I'll say for me, watching him on open court, that made me
for the GM job he did with the Raptors.
That's also true.
He gets no love for that work he put
Marcus
in
Camby and Vince, am I right about that?
Yeah.
He gets no
and
love.
Tracy McGrady? Tracy McGrady a part of that?
And also,
wasn't Mighty Mouse there too?
Stoudemire.
Yeah. Mighty Mouse was there too.
No. Stoudemire was on the Grizzlies.
No, he was on the Raptors.
No, he was on the Raptors.
The Raptors. Yeah.
Okay.
Wasn't it what's this dude's name? Not Abdul Rahim.
He really don't get no props, man. Because he's supposed to get props for his GM job in the Raptors. He's supposed to get props for what they did in the 80s. Because Marc, I mean, you know this better than anyone. It was supposed to be the Lakers and the Celtics. They made video games after it. And the Pistons came in and they broke all that up. Like, we here.
Lakers, Celtics, and the NBA Finals. EA Sports, man.
Exactly. Bad boys for life, kid. Yo, listen, thank you, y'all, for tuning in. This is Our Take. We'll be right back. And that was another good conversation, y'all. Peace.
This is Our Take. This is Our Take. This is Our Take.